Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to generate a very simple bar graph for pre and post test. So our data is labeled before and after, and our before value was 128.7 and our after value was 128.0. And so I want to generate a bar graph. So if you go to the Insert tab, you'll notice you have the options on to do the charts. Now, some students do the recommended charts. I'm just going to say what I want you guys to do is highlight your two columns, and I want here a bar chart, and we're just going to do a 2D chart. It's going to look like that, and we're going to click on it. So one of the nice things about Excel and generating a graph like this, you can edit this. So you have to label this your axes. All right. So if I go to this little plus sign right here, I can do axis titles. So I've now got an axis title right here, and I've double click on that, and I can delete it, and I can say this is weight, and I'm going to put it in pounds. Okay. This title, I don't necessarily need this axis title, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that one. And so I've got before and after, and I know that what I'm measuring here is weight. And so I also want to put a chart title. So I can double click that and I can say the average weight in pounds before and after training. Okay, so excuse me. So now I've got a title. In fact, actually in APA, you don't actually use the title. You actually put this title somewhere else. So that's how you would do a title. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this one now just so I can show you how you're going to do this if you did it in APA format. The other thing about APA format is you don't put any of these vertical lines. So again, I click on the plus sign and I can take away grid lines. And so now I've got a nice clean graph. If, for instance, you wanted to change the color, so you wanted to make this black and white, perhaps. So notice when I click on this graph, I get design and format. So when I click that off, that goes away. But when I click on it, I get design and format. So I could format and say I want to change the shape fill and I want to change it to black. I can change it to black. All right, and so there's several things that you can do. So then all you would do is you would take this graph and you would copy it. So I can go to up here and I can copy, and then I can go to a Word document, and let's go to our Word document that we've been currently working on, and let's change this title. And this is going to be average weight pre and post training. And I can paste my graph right there, all right? And so again, because I've got a list of figures, I can go up to my table up here in my list of figures. Now notice the title is the same, but if I click on this, go to my references and I update my table, I want to do the entire table and I'm click OK. Now it changes it to the correct title. So that's how you do a very basic test for using a dependent t-test.